You are now tuned into
Decadent Conversations
with Brown Sugar
Decadent Conversations
and Shea Butter, baby.
Decadent Conversations.
Welcome back to
Decadent Conversations.
You are now tuned into Decadent Conversations. I'm your host, Shea Butter.
And I'm your other host, Brown Sugar. Welcome back.
Welcome back. Bitch, you change up something every time. That's why you laughing.
I don't normally say that.
Yeah, but just not so quick. But I'm over you. It don't matter. You
You know, I don't know. I don't know who I'm gonna be from day to day.
what's up, girl?
Okay, so you know I'm on disability or whatever you want to call it. So I've been getting caught up on all these Netflix shows. So I watched this show called Love is Blind. So just to tell you just a quick synopsis of Love is Blind. The people can't see each other. There's like a wall between them, and they basically talk to all the different other people, and try to build a connection without having seen them, right? So they ask
Mm-hmm.
them all these questions or whatever, right? And then at the end of it, the idea is for them to is to propose and
Mm-hmm.
possibly get married or whatever. So it's a bunch of different stuff going on, but there is one couple there, and this gonna bring you to a point. There's one couple in there. They're both, well, the guy's black. The girl, I don't know if she's black or Puerto Rican. She might be biracial, but she come off real hood. But she fits the stereotype of like the video vixen look, curly
Mm-hmm.
hair, lighter skin, that type of thing. But she comes off real hood. She talked like she just from the hood, but he kind of come across like a little bit like a square. Long story short, they end up choosing each other, and so then he sees her, and he's like, "Oh, okay, this is it," So I'm assuming this is his like preference, or maybe somebody he might not would have been able to pull. You know what I'm saying? So they get together. The girl, she's super emotional all the time, and she says stuff like, "I'm gonna have to go back to my old ways." I'm like, "What was you, a prostitute?" She just like says things, but like we don't know what the background is, and she's always like breaking down for no reason and whatever. It's like kind of confusing. Long story short, he's so supportive. He's like, I got you. You don't have to go through this alone. I'm here for you. You got a real man in your life. Just super supportive when she having all these breakdowns. So he starts a little bit getting irritated with it, but he doesn't like let her know. He's just kind of like, look, it's okay for you to, you know, visit the past and how that impacted you, but you can't stay in it. You gotta move forward, and I'm here to support you in that process and whatever you need. So everything is, going cool. Then all of a sudden, she basically calls him weak. You need to boss up. You need to be more aggressive and all this stuff. And he's like, well, when I try to make advancements at you, you like turn away. So I'm not gonna pursue it. I'm gonna give you the time you need to get comfortable. And so she's like saying, like she was saying, like sexually, she wanted him to be more aggressive, and just in general, like he was too soft. Like she was basically what she did, called him like he's a bitch. So he ended up leaving the home because this after they met and everything. Leaving the home, like I'm not gonna be in an environment like that. And so they get into an argument, and she's saying hurtful stuff. So then he looks at her and says, she said, well, if you feel all this stuff about me, why did you pick me? And so then he said, I thought you'd be a good project. So then, that kind of led me to like people choosing people because they feel like they're above them and that they
Mm-hmm.
can, like a build a bear type of thing. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? So like both parties, it was a mess, but it made me start thinking, what the hell is you doing?
I was just trying to straighten up. Go ahead. Just girl, just you got to keep going.
So it made me start wondering. It made me start wondering, like, if you accustomed to guys that are like kind of like rough around the edges, like, could you ever be cool with a dude that's like truly a square? And is it wrong for you to be looking for that edge? Because a lot of time that edge be coming with some things that is
Oh,
not
no,
desirable.
I didn't do that. Um, I
Desirable for the long term.
I think that it's not wrong to be looking for a square. Maybe she trying to come up. Maybe she wants something different. All that rough shit get played out. You know it get
Ew.
played out. We don't look
I
for them
know
type of
that.
men anymore.
Heck
You know what I'm saying?
no. Nope.
Secondly, I'm not interested in that show. You want to know why? For one, the first season, it was a chick on there, and her wig started right here,
Mm,
halfway back to her head. And it was bothering me that she didn't know that. And then when the dude finally got pissed off at her a few days later, he was like, and that's why your wig been sliding back this whole time.
oh
But so you was with her and you
no.
want to go tell her? Number two, get to the fucking. Why y'all ain't doing nothing on that show? Like,
They
it's just,
do.
well, they wasn't doing it on season one like that.
Oh, this season, some people did. But this season was a lot of shenanigans because it was a lot of cross pollination happening. So it was people that was linked up with whoever and then proposed to whoever, but really checking out the other people once they all met. Because at some point, everybody meets. So, like the one chick I was talking about, she saw the other black dude, like, damn, he's fine, in front of the dude she engaged to. Like, what? Like, I mean, but she said it like, I was like, damn, but it was a lot of that happening. So I can't wait to see how that like season end. But it just made me start thinking about his comment of saying he tried to backtrack, but he meant that shit. He looked at her as a project. She had
I
the look he wanted, and he was gonna try to build a bear her ass.
and I was gonna say, I actually do enjoy seeing the sex scenes on reality TV show, but on movies or like fake scripted TV shows, even though reality TV shows do be scripted, I don't enjoy it. I just want to watch the film or I don't know why I'm like that. It's kind
You
of weird, but it is what it is.
just watch porn.
Yeah, that's honestly how I feel too. XNXX, just go there.
Yeah, if that's
And
what
you
you
know what?
want.
That's another thing. When I type in big black booty bitches riding, don't show me white girls because that's not what I typed in. God damn it.
That's what you type in. Okay. So
I'll be looking for you. Not for real. I'm just kidding. All right, what we talking about today, my friend?
okay, well, first thing I want to talk about is this I don't know what social media personality named Andrew Tate, right? And he's one of those like I don't know if he does it for shock jock value or not, but he's one of those, women need to stay in their place, and their place is in the home raising kids, and your only purpose is to make babies and be fit and fine, and if you have a high earning man, you should be okay with him having multiple women and just basically turn a blind eye as long as he takes care of business, and men need to be masculine and beat their chest. Like this is, I mean, basically his
Do that
like.
again. And but this time beat your chest.
Okay. Stupid as hell. So I it's a lot of people a lot of men on social media that does that now. But the guy recently got arrested, right? So he got
Hmm.
arrested. Okay, this is another thing. He records from Romania. He lives in Romania. And on some of his
He's black.
I don't know what he is. He's something. He looked like he could be a light skinned black dude. He looked like he could be Arab. I don't know what he is, but his audience, a lot of his audience, it's a mixed crowd, but it seems like he's talking to black men because a lot of the women that's on his set, they be black women. So it feels like somebody black in his
Mhm.
ancestry. But he looked like he could be Arab, he could be from somewhere else, but it seems like his audience is black people.
Mhm.
Really, it seems like his audience is bitter black men who are not chosen by
Not the
black women.
BBM. The BBM girl.
The BBS. So he lives in Romania. So he was arrested, and he was arrested for rape, human trafficking, and money laundering. Something else too. So he flies women out from like the United States out there. He basically lies to them and tells them like they're gonna have these like jobs or modeling and different stuff like that. He basically do some pimp shit out there. The only thing is the women who, and he doesn't pay them like what he even says he's gonna pay them, right? He admits to this stuff on his podcast, so I'm not even sure what's what. But him and his brother, because it's him and his brother, they were released to house arrest in Romania. My my biggest issue with this guy is actually not even him. It's the guys who follow him, right? I know a
Mhm.
guy who I know more than one guy, but that follows him. But I know a guy who follows him, and it's like my thing is this: what is it in your spirit that is like it confirms it? Like this guy doesn't respect women. He doesn't respect women at all, and nothing that he's telling you is going to help you to attain the goal of being in a happy, healthy relationship. And you can tell he's not happy because he comes across bitter and angry all the time. Now he's a multimillionaire, so for that respect, he's successful. But what he describes for these men, like he doesn't have that other than a bunch of women that he's manipulating into, basically he's pimping them out there. But it bothers me because it's like, why, the guys that follow him, why are you following someone that's gonna lead you down a road? Why are you following someone with such a mentality like that just like puts women down? And if you hate women that much and you feel like they are just, I mean, it just reminds me of some of them shows like what's that one show where the women they make them like have babies and uh
Handmaid's Tale.
yeah, like if you want that type of setting, it's like move to a country where it's like that already, where the women don't
But
have rights and stuff like
here's
that.
the kicker though, because you
Hmm.
talking about this dude, and I'm glad you said Handmaid's Tale, or you
Hmm.
were referring to that. How you feel about passport bros? I don't know if we talked about this or not, but I want to talk about it a little bit because I like to like give
Hmm.
updates. How you feel about the passport bros? Let me get your thoughts on that.
Okay, for those of you who don't know, passport bros are the guys who go out of the country to either hook up with women or to find women to date or marry or whatever the case may, or sleep with or frolic with, whatever they choose to do,
Oh,
because
not frolic.
they say that the women in America are all these lists of things. But
When's the last time you frolicked with a nigga?
where out of the country? Like
It,
what?
I don't think I've ever frolicked with a nigga. Period. That's why I'm asking. You,
Maybe next trip I take, I'll frolic. No,
okay.
I'm not frolicking. I'm just be looking at. I don't know. So anyway, so I feel like this. If I just look at it as it's cheaper. It's cheaper. In a lot of cases, it's cheaper, or it gives the illusion that it's cheaper. I don't actually think it's cheaper, but it gives the illusion that it's cheaper. The reason
Mhm.
why I say the reason why I say that is this: when these men go to, because I was just online with somebody today, and they were talking about how they don't give women money. But I know for a
Mhm.
fact that this particular guy at one point was going to the DR and constantly messing with these women. They
Mhm.
want their money up front.
Mhm.
They want their money up front. Okay. So I'm pretty sure it's cheaper for whatever you got going on, or they make you feel like they give you the girlfriend experience or whatever. So it may be, cheaper in that one instance. But if you spend a week there every day, that woman gonna want some money. You're gonna pay for food. You're gonna pay for drinks. She gonna want you kicking down hundreds of dollars. So
I think you could buy them weekly. Like, here's $200 for the week, and they cook and clean and suck and fuck. But here's the thing with here's the thing with that. How much are these flights costing?
that's what
And
I'm
these
saying.
places that you stay in, because your game is that weak that you can't go get a bitch from back home. I'm sorry, I know I be cussing, but I'm really probably cussing today because I'm still a little sleepy. But you can't go get a bitch from back home. It's
Yeah,
prostitutes in America. You can't go get them because they not exotic. It's some exotic bitches there with some weave on it, makeup make you look like anybody you want to. So what are you saying? Then my other problem is, oh, and I hope I can find this link. One of the guys that was out there, he was complaining about it starting to get too expensive to support these women out there, because he
yeah,
was like, you guys are changing
messing it
shit.
up.
Yeah, he says you guys are messing up the algorithm or whatever word to use. He was like, you guys is coming out here, you're flashing your money, acting like you're the man. And I heard stories when I was growing up that you can get a nice young lady for like $50 for a few days and all this stuff. And now the price is just changing. And I don't like that. Here's the thing.
Hmm.
One thing men are gonna do, they like letting other men know that they got it.
Hmm.
I don't care if that's dressing nice with your Rolexes and your diamonds and your change, or if it's the stupid nigga that like to flash his money. They
Right.
gonna let other men know that they got it, and they
It's an
gonna let these
ego
women
thing.
know that they got it, which
Yeah,
pisses me off, because if y'all don't want women to be gold diggers, why y'all flashing y'all money anyway?
it's baloney. That's baloney because a lot of them lead with money. How you gonna
So
say something about that and you leading with money?
how would you really expect the mentality change? Y'all doing the same stuff in the DR or Colombia, wherever you at, that you doing out here.
Hmm.
So it's only gonna be a matter of time before those women that you want to marry and bring back with you are gonna be Americanized. They gonna see your bullshit and they not gonna want to be subservient. The cycle is just gonna keep repeat itself.
Listen, I ain't gonna lie, and I know it's not like this in every country. But if I was living in the dirt floor with a dirt floor and had to walk to the well to get my water and stuff like that, and some American guy comes over and all I got to do is cook for him and be nice and do what I'm doing anyway. I mean, I would do that too. But here's the gag, because I've seen this happen. Man goes over there. Ooh, this particular guy I'm thinking of, he went to the Philippines. He's just
90-Day
bragging.
fiance.
He's just bragging about his Filipino wife, and he can never find black woman that this whatever the case may be. He brings the woman back here. She's back here a couple years. Next thing you know, she bringing her other family members out here. Next thing you know, she built her business, get her degree. Now she done got rid of you.
Yeah,
So
they don't
you can
want
be.
you.
They don't. That's what I'm saying. So if it's
And on
about
top of
that,
that,
yeah.
it's nasty because y'all go get these women, and the women sometimes or most of the times be underage. They're not even women, they're little girls.
Hmm.
And they do that because they like to mold them, just like the niggas that be 30 years old hanging outside of the high schools because you
Oh
looking
boy.
for a young bitch to snatch up so you can mold her. That shit is
Hmm.
disgusting. And what
Hmm.
makes you think that when she gets older, she gonna want to stay with your old ass? Now
Hmm.
you 60, she
Hmm.
in her prime. Why do she want you? Half of you niggas ain't taking care of yourself. This goes for
Look.
me too. You ain't in the gym working out, doing what you supposed to do, and then you want a young bitch to want to stay with you? Man, you better go get you somebody with knee problems like yourself and sit down. Cause what the
But in short, I feel like this. If you can, what I'm saying, double up on your money by going to Thailand or whatever with somebody and spending time with a woman, good for them to get your pockets. It's good for them. But ask yourself, do they really want you? You know what I'm saying? Really, what you need to do is if you having problems in the States with getting a woman, that you want or whatever, first of all, make sure she in your league, because a lot of time that be the issue. But let's just say you having trouble with getting women here, or getting women that you like that's on the same page as you. Look at yourself and see. First, look at yourself and see if it's something that you're not doing right. Something
Girl,
you need.
accountability, what's that?
Yeah. Look at yourself and see if it's something you need to do different. Right? Maybe your approach is too aggressive. You know what I'm saying? Maybe your approach is too aggressive. Because a lot of times, you may think a woman is out of your league, but if you play your cards right, she'll be like, you know what? He's not typically what I go for, but I really like the way he treats me. I love his work ethic. I love the way he steps in the gap in the areas that where he see I need help or whatever. You know what I mean? You start looking at these other things, and those things are valuable. So work on yourself. You just want everything to be easy peasy for you, and nothing is required of you. And they always do the comparisons of the grandfathers. Back in the days, we already done said this. A lot of times women didn't have as many options. They didn't have as many options as far as getting money and stuff like that. So part of the program was you get you a husband so that you can have a cool life, so they can provide for you. So guess what? Granddaddy Earl, he didn't have to have no great personality. He just needed to be able to be a provider and be halfway cool looking so the kids ain't ugly. That's about the extent of what Grandpa Earl had to be. It didn't have to be, him with this great personality. You just need to say enough to be able to get the woman, and then that's that. You know what I mean? But in today's time, one of the things that has changed is women have more options. So because we have more options, then you need to work on yourself a little bit. We all do. I know what I need to work on. I know what I need to work on. You work on it.
I
Instead
just
of
feel like
blaming everybody. Yeah.
in this like dating generation that we're in, it's a whole lot of, well, what are you gonna do for me? And I know
Mm-hmm.
sometimes I take that approach as well, but it is really, what are you gonna do for me? And um a lot of expectations, as if I like you, you need to give me some coochie just off of the strength because I like your ass.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So I think that you should just give me some coochie and I decide if I want to be with you or not, which is silly to me, because how much are you going to get done there? Because I'm not going to give it up. So you have to go to someone else, and she might not either. And so then you find yourself in a DR Columbia situation where you're paying for it, and then it's not all you thought it was, and
Yeah,
then
because
it
she
might
got
be a
fond of
lady
y'all.
boy, or then it might come up with some other things that you thought it was, and now your dick is itching and all types of shit. So anyway, I just, I
Can
guess
you
what I'm
guys
saying
just
is,
tap into one more thing?
Mm-hmm.
The biggest reason of why they're doing what they are doing is because they're saying westernized women are very much becoming more masculine, because they're taking responsibility upon themselves, which is they're getting their own, they're working, they're making their own money, and all this stuff, whereas they want a more feminized woman. And this is why they're going far east or whatever countries that they are going out there, because they see westernized women very westernized and very feminist.
not
This is,
my bestie.
but
Speaking
this,
of, give yourself some
no. I
claps.
just, I just want you. No,
Okay.
no, no. I don't want you to add this in. I'm just telling you
Oh,
guys.
we are.
I want you guys to tap this, tap into this, because this is their excuse. This is a lot of their excuses, and this is why they feel like it's giving them a reason to go out there. But here's the thing: women and who they are today wouldn't be who they are today if men weren't treating them the way they are.
Right.
Strip clubs wouldn't be existing if men weren't pouring money into there.
Right.
So all of this stuff is being created by them. So if you want the change to happen, it has to start with them. They
Girl,
need
they
to
don't
stop
realize
doing
that.
what they are doing.
They like to take credit for everything else except they bullshit. Y'all
Hmm.
niggas really take credit for everything except your bullshit, and that don't make no sense to me. You love
And
to say the world will be nothing without me, and we built this, we built that, etc., etc., but you don't take credit for your bullshit.
I mean, okay, as far as the women from other countries being, more this or that, listen, I done met Dominican women. They just as feisty and fiery as we are. They played a role with y'all long enough to get to position themselves to get what they want out of the situation. Okay, now we'll say that they do a pretty good job of playing a role. It's sort of like I got a perfect good story. White women do the same thing, and their parents, their moms, show them how to do it. I got a perfect story for you. I'm in high school.
Ooh,
One
what was that? 30 years ago?
shit, basically. So
Oh
I'm in high
shit! What was it for me? While I'm over here talking.
school.
Oh shit! 20 years ago in 2 years. Let me shut the fuck up.
Right. So I'm in high school, right? So I got a group of guy friends, that live out in Long Beach or whatever. They do parties and stuff. And, we used to give parties and they had a crew. We had a crew or whatever. So there's a guy at the party. And at the party, he's like, yeah, I don't F with black women because XYZ and all this stuff, right? Mind you, it's a party full of black women. We like, why is he even telling us this, right? But we like, whatever, ignoring them, right? I only mess with white girls and they submissive. He's saying all this stuff, right? I'm irritated, but I'm like, whatever. I wasn't checking for him no way. Fast forward, I get to class. It's two white girls that sit behind me in class. They look like grown ass women. We like 16, 17 years old. They look like grown ass women. They like behind me talking like, bitch, let me tell you what happened this weekend. That's how they talking, right? They like Terrell, something, 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 talking about whatever. I'm not thinking it's the same Terrell that told, why is you all up on me?
Girl, so-
Again.
continue. I got this. Continue.
Okay.
Continue. You got to learn
So
how to walk and chew bubblegum at the same time. God damn it.
I'll be anyway. So I'm not thinking for 1 minute it's the same Terrell that just told us about why he messed with white girls, right?
Mm-hmm.
So the white girl starts telling the story, and so then she said something Long Beach. And so then I was like, what do he look like? She shows me a picture. I'm like, okay, I'm not gonna tell her I know this dude, right? Because I want to
Mm-hmm.
keep hearing the juiciness, right? So she's telling her homegirl how she messed with Terrell, and then Terrell left, and she had another dude meet her at the hotel. She messed with that dude. Every week she's talking about all these different black dudes she's messing with. But she was like, yeah, he be on that submissive stuff. So I tell him whatever he want. He's giving me money, and I did go off on him because he was talking to his baby mom. The baby mom is black. And he told me he would never talk to another black girl again. Mind you, I'm in class. I'm listening to all of this stuff, but it just made me think. She sold him a dream. He feel like he the man. Whole time she messing with about 4, 5 other dudes. You know what I'm saying? So it's like a lot of times these women. I'm not saying it's not women that really fit the image, because you might come from a country where that's the norm and where
Mm-hmm.
men take care of women a certain way, women act a certain way. I know there are countries where that's the norm, but a lot of these places they go into, these women are playing a role for a purpose. They just calculate it and they don't let them know. They don't show their cards. Whereas the average, well, I'll say black woman, we more likely to tell you up front what it is
But
instead of like,
nine times out of ten, if you really doing what you supposed to be doing, and you are really, when I say really doing your shit, I mean really doing your shit. I'm not talking 50-50. We both doing it together and all this other goofy shit that y'all love to talk about. If you really doing your shit, that submission gonna come. It's
naturally,
it,
naturally.
period.
And that's the realest thing right there. I mean, even if you got a woman that is like on the harder side, a lot of times, you might have to remind her. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't consider myself masculine, but I've had at least one guy to tell me that before. But
Well, if you beat your chest like that again,
but for example, I'm not used to guys out here opening the door. You know what I'm saying? So it's a guy that I go out with sometimes, and he has to remind me sometimes. Wait, come back out. Let me open the door for you. I gotta be reminded. Why do I have to be reminded? Because we're not always used to being treated that way. Should we demand that? Yes, but a lot of time we got shit to do, and we don't have time to reteach all the so many guys the rules and just basic manners of how to treat a woman and stuff like that.
mm-hmm.
You know, I mean, I've done it where I just stand there and wait until they open the door. But it's like it takes a lot of thought to do that stuff. So sometimes you have to be reminded. But when you around a guy who really like got you, like they make you feel like I got your back, it's nothing to be like, are you coming over? Let me cook for you. You know what? Stop by before you go to work. Made lunch for you. Like I was thinking about you today. I thought, are you always lose your chargers, or you don't have, your phone's always going dead? If that's the real reason why it's going dead. I got an extra charger for you. I was at, T-Mobile. I got an extra charger for you, so you can have this extra one so you don't run into that. Or I got you this special charger with the solar charger, whatever the case may be. You know what I'm saying? Like it's nothing for a woman to be able, like, to want to do that when you got her. Like, just have the woman back. And as far as women who are users, at this age, a lot of time, at this age, for the most part, you know a user when you see one. A lot of time, y'all ignore that shit because she's your preference. She's your type. So because she aesthetically is the look that you want, you ignoring all of these flags because you want her. Okay, when you
Mm-hmm.
ignore all them red flags because she got curly hair or her booty big or whatever, then shut up. You gonna take what come with it. Take what come with it.
Yeah, but
But
sometimes you don't be wanting stuff to come with it. Like, I still got a dream that all big dick men don't cheat. Like, I ain't trying to take what comes with that. Nah, fuck that. Where you at, faithful BDK? You out there
but
somewhere.
that's possible. That's possible. It probably ain't like a lot of them. You know, but it's possible. You know what I'm saying? But what I'm saying is, I got a girlfriend. She one of them Instagram type chicks. I mean, I was just talking about this. Day one, dudes be cash apping and this and that, and then turn around and be like telling the same one saying stuff like, "Oh, they just use you for your money," and turn that around. Day one, you was cash apping.
Right, right.
I'm not mad at it, but you didn't know nothing about her. All you knew was her booty was big.
And then you get with a bitch like me, and you be like, I'm not taking you on a date. We gotta go to the corner store or to Starbucks or something like that, cause I done spent too much money on my. That shit ain't got nothing to do with me, motherfucker. Cause you finna come out the pocket too. What? Get to know
Yeah,
these hoes.
yeah. I
That
mean,
same effort you put into with your friends, fellas, and how you ride for them and you got to know them and you hung out and you cared about what their interests are and you know who they fucking, you know their STD history and all this other shit. You should be doing that with the woman that you're pursuing.
yeah,
Period.
yeah.
Y'all don't
And
be
and
taking time to get to know people.
stop taking score. That I hate a score taking ass niggas. Hate a score. That the point system. They're like, oh, I'll take you on a date. It's your turn. You like, no.
That's
Do
so
what it.
goofy. My
Yeah,
granddaddy would never. My daddy would
never,
never.
never, not never. Just do the things that you naturally want to do, and
Because we
stop.
talked about this before. I told you that eventually I do end up taking them on dates. And you would surprise yourself. But no, if you cool and we done been out on a few dates, don't trip. That third or fourth one, I probably got you.
on some McDonald's, right? I got
No,
you.
no, bitch, not McDonald's.
And not only that, it's like I had to tell a guy one time because he was like saying, well, what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do for me? What is the woman gonna do for me? If I pay for the first date, she should pay for the second date. Like, I mean, on that type stuff. And I said, listen, I said, it would be different if you was hard up for money even. I said, you ain't hard up for money. You doing well. You do what you want to do with your money. I'm not trying to tell you what to do with your money. I said, but imagine meeting a woman and you go out with her and every time you go out with her, you feel better. You just feel better about life every time you see this woman. Imagine you going out with a woman and all of a sudden she tells you some ideas that help you double, triple, quadruple your business. But you sitting here stuck on the $15 burger when she worth more than that. Just her presence alone makes you better. Maybe you've been suffering with some level of depression or you've been dealing with some childhood stuff and she gives you a perspective or help you to become better. That's invaluable. That's worth more than the burger. So you have to go out, be open, and then see how that person adds to your life because they may add to your life in a way that's not financial. So open your eyes to what reciprocity looks like because sometimes reciprocity is energy. Sometimes it's that.
Hmm. But to keep it 100, all this cheap day stuff, them cheap dates is starting to get a little pricey too. So
Oh yeah.
now what you gonna do? What you gonna do, nigga?
Okay. One more thing because I know we starting to get close to time, but we got a lot of changes that's happening in the U.S. That it's
You
coming
wanna
to the
go
time.
here? Do
We
we even
gotta
got time to talk about this?
we can
Do
at
we?
least let's just touch it.
Because
Let's
at
just
this
touch.
point, I feel like we should ask the questions.
Okay, let's ask
We
it.
just don't have time to talk about it. Fifi, how much time we got?
Less than 10 minutes. Yeah,
Yep. So let's
Okay,
get into
okay.
questions because we
let's
can't talk
fix it.
about them heavy topics that you want to talk about in just 8 minutes. You gonna talk about it for 8 minutes, first of all. So
Shut up.
what topics? Let me see where we at. If a ding went off, I didn't even hear it. Do we have a ding on the soundboard?
Yeah, and I used it.
Oh shit, I sure didn't hear it. Um. Okay. Okay. What? What?
What's the question?
Oh,
Uh,
okay. I see it now. I ain't gonna ask that one though. I'll
just to
save it.
remind, just to remind you guys, every week we've been answering questions that guys want to know from women. Some of them may seem a little uh, dumb, but if that's what they want to know, we're gonna answer the questions to the best of our ability from our perspective.
And sorry if any of these are repeats. By the time y'all see this episode, who knows when y'all gonna see this episode? You know what? I'm gonna drop the date. What's today's date? It's April 7th. I think it's
Hmm.
April 7th. I want to see when this one's gonna be posted. All right. So the first question uh is it a choice to smell good? Why is smell in general so important to y'all?
Oh, well, you got to think about aromatherapy, right? That's a whole industry. It's like smells impact your mood. Smells impact so many things, and also it tells so much. Smells tell a lot. So if you stink, then that tells me that you either didn't shower or there's a reason you stink. That means there's an excess of bad bacteria somewhere that needs to be washed away. Okay. And if you want to be close to me or trying to be intimate with me or anything like that, we don't want to smell that. And women noses are more sensitive than probably the average man. So, it's relevant. And y'all care about smell too, because if we smelling like ceviche, y'all gonna have a problem with it. So if your thing smell like that, it's gonna be a problem. Or if your
Yeah.
organ smells like onions, that's not attractive. I don't want to hug you. I don't want to be close to you. That is a deterrent for me getting closer. That is bringing me further away from you. The only time that's not true, I had a boyfriend that was automotive construction, and he was working, so he was stanky. That's cool. Cause guess what? I'm gonna run you some bath water. So when you get here, you can go on and get in the tub and be smelling good. But that's fine. I go on and hug you funky then because I already know what you're doing. You know what I'm saying? So it depends. But smell is important to women because it can affect our mood. It tells us a lot. And we have sensitive noses. And also we can smell stuff. So like if you've been around another woman, we can smell that. If you've been doing something with another woman, we can smell that. If you smell like Irish Spring at 5:30 p.m., that's kind of an issue unless you just came from the gym and went and took a shower after the gym too. Smells just tell so many things. So yeah, it's important. And it's important that we smell good. We want to smell good too. We want to smell ourselves as well. So yeah, that's my take on it.
You done talking?
I'm talking
Girl, you
about
done talk for the whole goddamn 8 minutes. I'm not even gonna share if smell is important or
that
not.
was 2 minutes.
Um, um, I don't know if we answered this one, but if we did answer this one, I'll answer this one about 25 million more times. A classic question, the good old classic question. Does size matter? If so, specifically why?
Sure, we can answer that. Go ahead. You answer it.
Yes, yes. To me, it does, but not to every woman. Every woman is different, just like every man is different. Some women don't care if you're not average or below average, and some women do care. For me, it does matter because that is my preference. Just like some men prefer a curvy woman, or you prefer a woman that's light skinned, or you prefer a woman with all natural hair. I prefer a man with a big black dick, and that's just what it is.
I just think if you are lacking in that area, you need to definitely make sure you compensate for it. When you look at a full package of a guy, you know what I'm saying? It's sort of like money. If
You ever seen
you,
a big man with a little dick? Girl, that's tragic.
but I'm saying, like, for example, I'm not saying that guys with a big thing can have a bad attitude, but you damn sure can't have a little thing and a bad attitude. You know what I'm saying? Or, you can't be ugly and broke. But if you ugly and you got money, like, you gotta balance some shit out. You can't be
I
broke,
ordered the double
broke.
cheeseburger, the large fry, and the shake, and you gave me a Happy Meal, nigga. That's not how this works.
I'm just saying, like you gotta know what you're dealing with. You know what I'm saying? It's sort of even with a woman. If a woman is unattractive, she gotta slay in some other kind of way. She gotta be super sweet or a good cook or very kind, good in bed. Like she gonna have to do something to compensate for that if she going for a certain caliber of dude. You know what I'm saying? Everybody gotta know the package that they coming to the table with.
This is
You
true.
know what
My
I mean?
booty big, so my attitude is too. And that's just what it is.
Like, that might go very far if he got a guy and that's his preference. He's gonna be like,
uh,
because I've heard guys say that. I have heard
mm,
guys. I've heard guys say she got a badass attitude, but her good. Like, I've heard guys. I got homeboys that say, "Man, but she, man, I'm just gonna have to deal with it." Like, so I don't know. You gotta kind of know what your package is.
yeah,
The full
yeah.
package.
Okay. Okay. So there you have it. That's that question. All right. The last question is, ooh, that's a good one. I want to say that one. We might talk about that one for a while.
Okay.
Let's see what else we got. We answered those. We answered those. I don't want to answer this one. Okay. We'll ask this one. I'll skip to the end.
Hmm.
If you had a lot of money, would you be okay with your man being a stay-at-home dad? Sound like a nigga that don't want to work no more to me.
My answer in the past would have always just been like hell no, right? And now it's still a no, but not a hell no, just for the simple fact of if you know what I'm saying, I might be able to do a segment situation if I'm Oprah, but they still would have to be doing something. They couldn't just like be doing nothing. They would have to do something. But I could do an Oprah segment situation. You know what I'm saying? If he's doing all the stuff I need, you know what I mean? So yeah, I would say no, but like a soft no, because they would have to be doing something. They couldn't just be stay at home, do nothing. You gotta do
Well, she's
have a fake job. You know what I'm saying?
not a what's a fake job, girl?
It's like them, you know, basketball wives and some of these wives of these rich men. They ain't got no real job. They be saying stuff like, "Oh, I got a boutique," but they ain't running that boutique. That boutique ain't really making no money. Don't I mean? It's just like not really a real. It's not really doing nothing. Or I make jewelry. It's like you ain't really selling that many pieces. I make hats. I got bonnets. Like they don't really be. I mean, them little peanuts. That's just to say you're doing something, but really they ain't doing nothing. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I mean that's like fake. That ain't real.
Okay, so you said it's a soft no for you.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say it's a hard no for me, and let me tell you why. It's a hard no because I'm already not submissive now, because none of you niggas have made me even want to be or think about it. So you think if I got Oprah money, I'm finna let you be a stay-at-home dad, nigga? You really think so? And then I gotta respect your ass at the end of the day? Ain't no motherfucking way in hell. You gonna have to do more than have a fake job. More than have a fake job. You got to be bringing in some
You got a
income.
point there. You got a good point there. You got a good point there because I ain't gonna lie. If I'm paying for everything, if a woman is paying for everything or most things, it does change the dynamic
Yeah.
in a way where it's like what you say? And then the whole submission thing. Imagine having that conversation with somebody if that makes sense.
Oh, we about to get toxic, toxic. Cause you telling me I need to submit, and I'm making $1 billion. I'm paying off your child support and where else you got going, and you telling me I need to submit. Nigga, you better let me have 10 boyfriends in
Right,
every country. Shit.
right. Like I could buy 10 of y'all.
Nah, shit. Just like how the men they
Price of
change.
one.
They change when they money gets up there and they start dealing with a different caliber of woman. I definitely start dealing with a different caliber of man, because ain't no way in hell.
Yeah, no, I ain't looking for nobody broke at no point. But I'm just saying, like, I don't know. If I felt happy with that person and with that companionship, maybe I could. I don't know. I don't know because I ain't got that kind of money. I'm, you know, still trying
Okay.
to figure some shit out.
Okay, so like closing words, closing words.
Mhm. Okay.
Would you date? No, I'm about to ask you. I'm about to ask you right now.
Okay.
Would you date? And I'm gonna combine all three questions together.
Hmm.
Would you date a man that smells good with a
Hmm.
small penis and he
Hmm.
made less money than you?
When you say small, can you quantify that for me?
I'm talking about below average. So we talking about he got 4 inches of hard dick for you, and he make less money than you.
Hold
But he
on.
smells good because that's what you said you wanted.
I'm looking at my fingers to figure out the inches. Hold on.
You know, like that picture that I sent you of that dude.
And you said, could I do what with him? Be in a relationship?
Yeah.
I mean, Um, like maybe like a friend relationship. Like
No, like a real one.
we go for coffee sometimes.
Y'all go for coffee, cuddling, and coochie.
But four, like
Yeah.
why you have to do that to
Okay.
make
So let's do this. Let's keep it at 4.
your wife?
He make a lot of money, but
Mhm.
his hygiene is bad.
Mhm. Okay, now when you
And he
say
make a
bad hygiene,
stupid amount of money.
okay, okay, this is the thing with that. In my mind, I always think about stuff from an economic standpoint, and I'll be like, yeah, I could do that. But when I get in situations, I can't. I distinctly remember going out with a guy that was a millionaire who you could walk out to the beach from his house, but he smelled like mothballs to me. And I never went on the second date with me, and he liked me a lot. And all I could,
Hygiene
he
is
was,
important.
yeah,
Y'all like to kiss a lot. Y'all want to touch. Y'all want to be close. And I can't fake that. Like, I don't care if you
he
look at
smelled
me like a peasant because I don't have as much money as you do and you can afford 50 wives. If you stink, you stink.
like,
You got that much money, it's no excuse for your hygiene, honestly. Because what are you doing? And why ain't none of these other bitches telling you?
and that's my thing. I was just like, in my mind, I was like, I think I told you about this guy. Like, we had been talking on the phone, but we only went on one date. And when we went on the date, he was like, if you my girl, you know, this is how much money I would give you. This is what my expectation was. Laid it all down. This will be my expectation. Blah blah blah. And I couldn't. I was thinking about it, and I was like, damn, you know, how much money I could save, and all this stuff. And he was like,
Is this
yeah,
the
and
one that wanted to buy you the car? Because you never told me that he stank. You never said he stank.
he smelled like mothballs. He wasn't
All you
stinking like
How? He looked like Mr. Clean. You talking
he.
about him, right?
I don't. Yeah, but I don't know if. Okay, I don't want to sound racist, but I don't know if it's because he was not melanated or not. But he smelled funny to me. Yeah, I don't
Was he
know if
clear? Was he
yeah,
a clear? You
he
know the
was.
clears they don't even shower every day.
Yeah, so
That's
I
not
was
even
like,
being racist. Y'all have literally gotten on social media and said y'all
they
don't
have.
wash your legs or
Yes,
getting in the pool is a shower.
yes, and then they don't use a washcloth. That's for poor people.
Okay. So it could have been that. Maybe he
And
wasn't
that's
really
just
showering like that.
walking next to him. So imagine, nude, very up close. Like I just couldn't do it. I
Okay.
couldn't do it.
I'm with you.
All right, I'm
I'm
not
with
about
you.
that. Now
So,
maybe it could be hard times, and I could be like, "F it, I'm holding my nose." I
okay.
don't know, but I'm not there.
So, great hygiene,
Okay,
stupid amount of money,
okay.
4 inches.
Maybe he could grow on
Nope.
me.
Oh, maybe he can grow on you? Okay. Well, he the dick ain't gonna grow, but maybe he will.
Oh shit, I'm close to you now.
Yeah, what you doing? Ain't you twerking? What are you doing?
I don't know.
I think she do like little dicks, y'all. She got excited. All
No,
right.
that's the metaverse getting excited.
Grow on me. You think it'll be rude to ask a dude to get like an extender?
You know what? I would just say this. It's so many toys and everything like that in the place. Like maybe, I don't know. You get a lot of tricks and toys and stuff. Like
Yeah.
probably compensate some kind
I
of
feel
way.
like you need to be trying whatever you need to be trying to do whatever to satisfy your partner as long as it involves you and your partner. I'm not talking about inviting other people in and stuff like
Right,
that,
right,
but
right, right.
shit, if you tell me my mouth ain't wet enough, they got mints for that. I'm
Yeah,
open to that. If I tell
right.
you need an extender, nigga, we gonna get an extender. You
That's what I'm saying. Like if that literally if that was the only problem and it wasn't like a micro penis or something, then yeah, I feel like I would
okay?
be open to trying whatever to try to see, especially if we vibe and I like him and stuff like that.
But then when y'all fight, do you be like, that's why you wear an extender, nigga?
Maybe. I'm going to try that.
All right, y'all. It was a good one. Thank you for joining us. Until next time, peace.
Peace.
Happy. Oh yeah.